Hello and welcome to another Murders at Karlov Manor draft. We've been kind of treading water, is that the term? We've just been kind of sitting around rank 3 and rank 4 because we went 4 and 3 and then 3 and 3. So we are still trying to continue climbing here, but let's go ahead and get into this draft. Before this draft fires, I do want to say, if you have been enjoying this content and you wanted to support this channel in other ways, I did launch my Patreon channel. The link to the Patreon is in the description below. Thank you currently to all the patrons. Your support definitely means a lot and helps me continue making this content. All right. Yeah, I feel like I've been opening this card a lot. Anzrag's Rampage? Ugh. Not something that I necessarily want. Okay, so a lot of good options here. And they're all cheap creatures, which is great. So I think the cards to consider here are Pyrotechnic Performer, Flourishing Bloomkin, and Novice Inspector. And they're all kind of close, I think. And it's just kind of a matter of what you prefer. Which color do you want to go? You know, I think I'm going to go with the Performer. Number one, it's a rare. It's unique. We had that game yesterday, I think, where my opponent did 11 damage to me with Pyrotechnic Performer. Also, I think red is a little less drafted than green and white at this point. So I think red tends to be a little more open. And in terms of power level, I think they're all pretty close. And I like them all roughly the same. But I want to take the Performer here. I've seen this thing just do so much damage. And now, might be moving into some blue-red Cheons here. A lot of good options here. Case of the Burning Masks is a fine option if you wanted to stay red. Bite Down on Crime is also just a very good removal spell. So I think those are the other two good options out of this pack. But I think Steam Core Scholar is just a cut above in terms of power level relative to the other two. And if somebody passes me Steam Core Scholar, I also think that there's a pretty decent chance that blue might be open. So, and I have been liking going blue-red because with people recognizing that white and green are the two best colors in the format, I have been noticing that I do end up with a lot more blue-red decks because people are taking all the white and all the green. All right. And we have a 2-drop and a 3-drop. So I'm liking the way that this draft is starting with some cheap cards here. Moving into this pack. The best card in this pack is a Sumala Sentry, but not super interested in that right now. For us, it's between, I guess, the Projector Inspector, Gravestone Strider, Chases On. I don't really care about the Chases On. Deduce is also okay. With the Steam Core Scholar, I might just continue taking blue cards here in the Projector Inspector. I don't mind the Gravestone Strider as well, but I don't like taking it this early. I like Projector Inspector given that we already have a Detective, and it's possible that we might not be red, right? If we end up in blue-white Detectives, for example, the Inspector will be much better. So let's just keep taking the blue cards because that's what seems to be open. And now there's an Exit Specialist, so blue. Definitely wide open. There's a Forensic Researcher and an Out Cold. And honestly, the only cards that I'm seeing here of colors that are open are blue and red, right? Those are only cards that seem open. Black's probably open, but little tip here. Black's always open. Also try to avoid going black, but really happy with Exit Specialist. We are still definitely blue, and we'll find out what our second color is going to be as we continue down this draft. But right now, there's no real reason to deviate from the blue cards, right? Those are all the best cards that we've seen so far. This is actually an interesting one. This is an interesting one because the two best cards in this pack are Granite Witness and Bite Down on Crime. I don't mind Offender at Large or Chases On either, but I do think Granite Witness is better. So do I want to just continue taking the blue cards here in the Granite Witness or take maybe what might be the slightly better card in the Bite Down on Crime? I just don't see the reason to. This is the first green card that we've seen. Really, that's decent. And I feel like I just want to continue taking the blue cards here and maybe end up in blue-red or blue-white. And the Granite Witness is a card that will always make my deck and will be a card that I will be very happy in all the decks that I draft. Whereas the Bite Down on Crime, there's a decent chance it just doesn't make my deck. Now we have the choice between Bubble Smuggler and Out Cold. I do love me an Out Cold, but I'm going to take a 2-drop. This is something that I'm going to be more mindful of right now. Out Cold, like, you want exactly kind of like one copy, maybe two. We have a lot of evasion as well, But like I said before, I'm really prioritizing and making sure that I have enough cheap interaction, because I think that's part of how we've picked up a bunch of losses where we just kind of get run over early because we have 4 2-drops when you really want maybe 6 to 7 things to do at least on turn 2. Here I like unauthorized exit over chases on. I'm just mono blue right now. So I'll take a second copy of Unauthorized Exit. This does feel like it could be a pretty nice tempo deck. We have a couple of flyers already with the Exit Specialist. Maybe the Performer, we'll see. Red doesn't seem especially open here. So I could maybe take the Deduce, although Chases On is probably just better if I want a combat trick. So I'll take that over the Deduce. And I don't know if I want a third copy of Unauthorized Exit, but Suspicious Detonation is pretty bad. I could take the Crowd Control Warden if I do end up in blue-white. So I'll do that over taking the third copy of... I just don't see a world where I do play 3 copies of this card, which is why I'm not taking it. I'll take another Chases On here just to have another combat trick. I do think I like it over Deduce here. We do seem to be a little more... Okay. We are doing a whole lot of chasing in this deck. But for the most part, we're just blue. Like, we didn't see any shocks or galvanizes or anything like that. We did see a bunch of late Chases Ons. But that's not necessarily a sign that that red is open. This is a horrendous pack. I mean, what do I even take out of this pack? White also wasn't open, but blue-white specifically, detectives could be open. And if that's the case, then maybe we can end up being like a mono blood X splashing white. But there's no blue or red card that I want. I really don't want to take Innocent Bystander. So maybe I take the Teysa, because if I end up blue-white, I can maybe splash, because I don't want Unauthorized Exit number 3 as well. I'm going to take this as a highly speculative card, but very, very unlikely to play, just because that pack was garbage. Wow, this pack, on the other hand, is absurd. Krenko, Torch the Witness, Fuss, Bother. If I wanted to go white, there's also Makeshift Binding. What do I take? It's Krenko or Torch the Witness, I'm pretty sure. I mean, if I'm going to be blue-red... Even though we're not super artifact heavy, it's got to be Krenko. Torch the Witness is also phenomenal, but we have several ways to make clues already with the Chases On. We're looking to be more tempo oriented. All these cards are incredible, and it really sucks. I wish I could go Krenko into Torch into Fuss, but we'll take the Krenko here and I guess solidify ourselves in a blue-red, potentially. And now there's a Private Eye. Of course there's a Private Eye. Well... I can take Jaded Analyst just to have another 2. We do have Steam Core Scholar and Projector Inspector. But I don't really want to play Jaded Analyst in my deck. So maybe I take the Private Eye. I'm going to take the Private Eye because I think the ceiling on this card is so much higher, and I already have 3 Chases Ons, that this... If somehow white ends up being super open, I can still entertain the possibility of going blue-white. Even though we took that pack with the Krenko, I'm going to take the Private Eye here, just because we have a million detectives. And now, Furtive Courier is okay, but maybe we take the Makeshift Binding? I like it over Not on My Watch. All right. I don't have a lot of artifacts to sacrifice right now. No, I'm gonna... You know what? No. This waffling thing... No, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. I'm gonna take the blue card, because the blue card will definitely make my deck. I do have several Chases Ons. I have several ways to sack artifacts if I need. And if I want to be kind of more tempo-oriented blue deck, I definitely do want the Furtive Courier. No waffling. Okay, no waffling. This was kind of just a spec, but that was it. Simply just a spec. Let's be responsible here. Let's act like grown-ups and still end up playing... Oh, come on! I can splash this, right? Like, this card is worth splashing. There's a Cold Case Cracker and Out Cold. Doppelgang is an absolute bomb. Absolute bomb. So I'm going to take it here over Cold Case Cracker or Projector Inspector. There's also an Out Cold that would be nice here, but you simply just take Doppelgang and you figure it out, okay? That's what you do. like I said, I don't want the third unauthorized exit. We're just seeing lots of copies of similar cards. Now we'll take the Gravestone Strider because we have the Doppelgang, and we have far too many playables. Not saying that they're good playables, but I mean, this goes here, I guess. Exit Specialist, you really want to play on 3. It's looking pretty solid. I don't have to play Reasonable Doubt. And this is 18 cards. So 4 2s, Exit Specialist counts. It counts, so that's 5 2s, so that's pretty good. I would like something like an Out Cold for my deck, but I feel like Doppelgang is 1, too sweet to pass, and 2, too sweet to pass. Like, what am I supposed to do? Not take Doppelgang out of that pack? Come on. We're just going to take like a Hedge Maze. You know, we'll take a Hedge Maze or a land and figure out a way to make this work. Come on. It's a freaking Doppelgang. Like, let's... Do you know how good this card is? I'm sure you do. All right, Fuss Bother or Lamplight Phoenix. That's a real question. I'm not actually sure. I'm going to take the Phoenix. I like the fact that it flies and it's just a super sticky threat. And Fuss Bother is definitely a lot better when you're able to generate a lot of tokens, but we have no Gadget Technicians. We just don't have a lot of ways to go wide. So I think I favor the Lamplight Phoenix, even though it's kind of hard to cast, just for the reason of it being just like a sticky flying threat. Here I'm going to take Forensic Researcher over Offender at Large. When you're playing a card like Doppelgang, you do want a little bit of ramp, and this just does kind of everything that you want, right? It ramps you. If I pick up a Satchel in this pack, you can make extra tokens, and sometimes you can tap stuff down. So it does a little bit of everything. So I think I'm going to take that here. We are pretty heavy on 3s at this point, but liking the deck so far. That's another Private Eye. Like I said before, red wasn't super duper open. We could have ended up being like a blue-white deck, I guess. But I think this deck is still going to be fine. Now I'm going to take Public Thoroughfare because I really do want to play this Doppelgang. And there wasn't really anything else out of that pack. I don't really like Felonious Rage that much in this style of deck. So I can take another creature here. It's like the Crocodile versus the Fairy Snoop. I'll take the Snoop. It flies. Here, oh, that's a Galvanize. Man, I really needed something like that. I have 0 removal. So very, very happy with a Galvanize out of this pack. That is a big, big gift. And wow, okay, so this is actually interesting. It's Out Cold versus Surveillance Monitor. I don't actually know what I want. You know, I'm actually going to take the Out Cold. Ooh. This is such a unique and powerful effect. I have a couple of 4s already. The Surveillance Monitor is better in a deck that has a lot of collecting evidence, right? Where you can make multiple 1/1s. That's not to say that it's bad by any means, but given that I have only like Lamplight Phoenix and I guess maybe Forensic Researcher, I just don't think it's that high priority of a pick. Here we'll take Cold Case Cracker number 3. We have 6 2-drops, so I think we're pretty good there. And I do really like Cold Case Cracker. So go ahead and take that. Ooh. Can we make this happen? Well, the thing is, we don't really have any ways to get land. So I don't know that Splash in Case of the Locked Outhouse is ideal. Not only that, we have lots of spells. And in a deck with Case of the Locked Outhouse, you kind of want a deck that doesn't have that many spells. So let's just not play that, probably. Okay. So what are we looking at here in terms of number of forests? I really wanted to pick up a way to find a forest, but we didn't get one. So I probably just have... Do I just try to get away with 1? Or do I play 2? I got to figure out what my color situation is. I mean, I'm going to play this Doppelgang. This is one of those... even if it's not correct, I'm going to play it. It's Doppelgang. I want to cast Doppelgang. It's my favorite card in the set. So you can't stop me. Let's take a look at the colors. So like 8, something like this, 8711. That gives us 2.5 sources. 2.5 sources. Oops, I did not mean to do that. All right, let's figure out what we need to cut here. Let's figure out what we need to cut. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 spells. Probably can cut like 1 copy of the Chases On. We have a million 3s. Which one of these is the worst? I'm not cutting any of my 2s. Okay, I think I can... I'm just going to start looking at my 3s and just figuring out my worst cards. I think probably... Like I said, I like the Researcher because I have the Doppelgang. I like the Researcher because I have the Doppelgang. I think I can cut Furtive Courier. I don't have that many ways to sacrifice artifacts. I don't have any satchels. So I just think it's going to be hard to turn on, in which case it's a 3-mana 3/2 that loots when it attacks. And so if that's the case, then I think Projector Inspector is generally better, and we do have some number of detectives. And then what are we looking at here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can cut either a spell or another 3-mana creature here. The next one I'd be looking at is probably Fairy Snoop. Yeah, probably Fairy Snoop here. But I do like the fact that this continues to allow us to hit our land drops. And being a flyer is not irrelevant when you have the Steam Core Scholar. Just having more flyers in your deck is nice, because then you can get some extra value out of that. I do like Granite Witness. I do like Offender at Large. Yeah, it's probably one of these Chases Ons. Actually, maybe it's 1 copy of Unauthorized Exit. I do have an Exit Specialist as well. And I do value the clues that this generates. Anything that cantrips is nice because it allows us to continue hitting our land drops to cast Doppelgang. So maybe we just cut 1 bounce spell. I'm not sure. I think it's between the Chases On and Unauthorized Exit there. But because we have the Exit Specialist, that gives us 2 bounce spells. And you can definitely overload on bounce, I think. Let me know what you think. Would you go 2-2 split there? Cut a creature? A lot of different things that I can do. But I'm kind of trying to build this deck a little bit around the Doppelgang, if possible, just because it's that powerful. Alrighty. There's the Doppelgang. This is a very slow hand. I will keep it, though. Galvanize definitely helps. Oh, no two drop from them also helps. All right. So we are playing a Doppelgang game here. Setting up for a nice Doppelgang game. That is a great draw. Exit Specialist here. So now we can bounce, we can galvanize, we have Chases On, a lot of different options. We just want to keep hitting our land drops if possible. No blocks. Person of Interest, okay? It's not bad. Person of Interest is very good, in fact. And right now, what we're going to try to do is just try our best to stay alive. That's kind of my goal. So why don't we go ahead and... I think I almost want to just kill both of these creatures. Is that crazy? Like bounce the token and then galvanize Person of Interest. Just minimize damage. Yep, let's do that. Next turn, we can play a face-up Offender at Large. We also have Chases On available. A lot of good options. Let's target the Specialist. Get in for 4. We have Out Cold to slow things down just a little bit. And, I can cast Doppelgang for 1 in a pinch. I don't want to, but if necessary, I can do it. Here, I'm pretty okay blocking any of these face-down cards because the biggest creature that it can be is a Crocodile for 5 mana or Crowd Control Warden, which is also a 5/5. So if they spend their turn to flip over a card to kill my Fender, it's okay. As far as combat tricks, I suppose the Chases On is quite bad for us if they do have that. But if they're just relying on their creatures, it's going to be pretty tough here. to kind of take your turn off to try to trade with the offender. Now, if they bite down on crime offender at large, like obviously there's a lot of other good things that they can do here. Okay. That's a Vannifar. That's good. Oh my gosh. Do you taste that? There's a little salt. I'm tasting a little salt here. Huh. Let's attack. That I'm okay with. Oh. Hey, trading Exit Specialist for Rift Burst Hellion, I'm kind of okay with. I am kind of okay with. I feel like this is probably an out cold turn. You know, it's like I can almost kill them, which is pretty wild. But yeah, this feels like an out cold turn. Out cold, draw a card. Let's see what they do with the Vannifar. They might just put a counter on both their creatures. Nope, they're cloaking something. All right, so let's go ahead and tap Vannifar. Actually, let me think. If I want to minimize damage, I probably tap the Vannifar. Yeah, let's tap Vannifar. I would not like to pay for the ward. Thank you for asking, though. I mean, we're at 6 mana. We're pretty close to being able to Doppelgang for 2. But of course, Vannifar is also very scary. But I mean, they're at 9, so we are putting a lot of pressure on the opponent here. But they are passing with a bunch of mana up. Ooh, that was a really good draw, the unauthorized exit. I think I want to just attack here and just see what they do. If they double block, I'm happy with that trade. If they have tricks, I have 2 tricks, and I have the mana advantage here. Why do they flip that up? I'm really confused. What is happening here? Okay. I guess we'll do that. Yeah, what was that? Oh, they were just random. Okay. I guess they could have like a bite spell. My question here is, do I care if they have a bite? No, because then I can just copy this. The thing is, if I crack this clue and cast unauthorized exit, I have a really good chance of being able to cast Doppelgang for 2 next turn. So I think I'm actually going to do that over playing the face down Snoop. And honestly, oh, they flipped it over to make a 7/7 on this turn. Sure. Honestly, I don't mind just bouncing the Crowd Control Warden. Right? And they had the bounce spell. Oh, this is incredible. Yes. Oh, I would love to keep that land. Thank you for asking. The thing is, 2 Vannifars don't do anything. I mean, it's still okay, I guess. I mean, I get to make double Offender at large. Right? I get to make double Offender at large, and then I get a basically, this Doppelgang gets me 2 Offenders at large and a Vannifar. That's probably good enough still, right? I don't think I can really complain about that. Yeah, let's go for it. It's going to be this is going to be a lethal Offender at large. Let's cloak a card from our hand. Attack for 9. Trade. Yeah, I mean, this has got to be good enough. Come on. This is pretty good, right? Like, this got to be pretty good. Doppelgang 1? Rank 136 opponents. Wait, I was rank 3 and I won and I'm rank 4. That's a travesty. What? All right. Whoever you are, slow down. Come on. I'm trying to climb, and if I win and go down in rank, that doesn't make any sense. All right, round 2. Round 2. It feels so good being able to doppelgang opponents again. I'm not gonna lie. I got a doppelgang I gotta keep. I got a 2-drop and a doppelgang. Sure, we need 6 more lands, but it'll happen. I believe. All right, Hedge Whisper, turn 1. Okay, we drew the forest, so we will definitely be able to cast the Doppelgang, even if they kill our Gravestone Strider. I just have a Doppelgang and a Dream. That's it. Oh, my opponent has Sharp-Eyed Rookie and a Dream. Huh. Do you think they have a way to pump this? Otherwise, unless they drew it this turn, you would kind of rather play the Hedge Whisperer after you play the Sharp-Eyed Rookie, right? It's not like having this in play does anything. We'll see. They could play like Sample Collector. There's not that many creatures I can think of. I guess Projector Inspector if they were blue. Oh, there you go. Okay, never mind. I stand corrected. Sharp-Eyed Rookie is very, very good. And we're going to take a lot of damage. They have Hard-Hitting Prey as well. Hard-Hitting Question. What kind of curve is this? You literally played 4 spells by turn 3. That's not cool. Although not having a blue source here is pretty bad. This could be a situation here where we go for the Desperation Block Chases on. Would really like to just draw an island. If I can go island, I can go Red Herring plus bounce the Sharp-Eyed Rookie. We'll note that in this format, this is obviously very good, but not quite as amazing as you would think. Island. All right, no island. Yeah, we're going for the risky play here because we didn't draw an island. And if they pass, I think I still cast this. Just so that I don't miss my land drops, because we're kind of on Operation Doppelgang anyways. Huh. Maybe I blocked the face down card. Because this means that if they have like +3/+3 and trample, all right, whatever. This plays around combat tricks better, unless they have specifically get a leg up. This basically kills everything, whereas if I block the Sharp-Eyed Rookie, and they have Fanatical Strength, it's a complete blowout. Okay, it was just a Vengeful Creeper. They drew a land, which is good. Ooh, and there's our island. That is very, very nice. Couple of options here. I believe I'm going to go for the one where I face down my Fairy Snoop, and I'm just going to bounce the Sharp-Eyed Rookie. There's a decent chance that they just play something big. Oh, actually, they also have Hedge Whisperer. And they can hit me for bazillions, I want to say. We'll see what they do. Case of the Gateway Express. I hope they target my Exit Specialist. No, that's unfortunate. Is this you must attack? Okay. All right, well, in that case, I'm going to just go ahead and bounce the Sharp-Eyed Rookie. Yeah, I don't want the case to flip. I'm going to bounce the Sharp-Eyed Rookie here. That way I only take one. More of a tempo play while we still try to get to Doppelgang. Wish I could have fizzled the case by getting rid of 2 permanents, but didn't have that as an option, obviously. I could just play Cold Case Cracker, actually. That might be better. It's just such a strong board presence. Because if we don't draw a land, it's just like so underwhelming to play Red Herring there. Ideally, we just naturally draw land number 6 so that we can go Cold Case Cracker plus Crack a Clue. And now this also allows us to put some pressure on. Although right now, I think we're at 9 life. So we are definitely on the defensive here. That was good. Let's play another Cold Case Cracker and just D up. D up. We're just playing complete defense. Okay? We're just playing defense until we can Doppelgang for 2, which most of the time will win you the game. Because even if I copy like a Case of the Gateway Express, that kills 2 things. And then if I copy like Eavesdropper, that's pretty great. We've got lots of good blockers available now. Copying Buried in the Garden is phenomenal. I'll happily block Eavesdropper if they attack. Buried in the Garden, very, very good card. Curious to see how they're going to attack here. They can also attack with everything to try to flip Case of the Gateway Express. Or they can do nothing. I'm okay with nothing. Let's go ahead and crack this clue. See if we find something better to do than this Red Herring. Projector Inspector is interesting. I think I'm going to play it. I'm definitely not discarding lands. But it's just a better body in play than Red Herring. Yeah, let's discard Red Herring. I'm going to play this land. And I'm actually going to use this and exile the Vengeful Creeper here. So Hedge Whisperer can't do anything, and we'll pass. So they got 4 cards in hand. They just ramped. They now have access to 6 mana. So pretty dangerous. Using the Strider to exile the Vengeful Creeper was actually not irrelevant. I mean, that's pretty good here in this spot. Wow. They have all the premium removal. Okay. What a turn. So now they can attack with the Eavesdropper and have that trade with Projector Inspector? Okay. We'll do that trade. Krenko. We'll do that. We have chases on, which should be quite nice here. Especially if they use the Hedge Whisperer to hit me for 5. It's kind of nice if they choose to do that, because they're kind of limited in the mana that they have. So that's pretty nice. It's just a face-up Crowd Control Warden, okay. That's going to pump the Sharp-Eyed Rookie. And then they can maybe attack with everything. To flip the case. Interesting. That is a large Crowd Control Warden. I kind of want to keep this chases on, I think. Land! Oh, Out Cold was beautiful. Out Cold was absolutely beautiful. We're going to still wait. No rush. All right, let's go to combat. We can now tap down the Crowd Control Warden and Sharp-Eyed Rookie, possibly. They have 2 cards in hand. We're at 9 life. They have a couple of clues, but the clues are kind of tough to sack with Krenko in play, which is very nice. They might use Hedge Whisperer now. Okay, makes sense. And I will tap down these two. Pass the combat. Let's tap down Crowd Control Warden and the Forest. As it is a 5/5. Okay. Sharp-Eyed Rookie would be a very bad attack here because I can block and make my Krenko into a 4/4. Okay, that's good. The thing is, I don't mind them not attacking either because now I can crack my clue and try to hit lands. Here's my question. If I cast Doppelgang for 2, what do I target? Buried in the Garden, certainly. I mean, do I just destroy their board? Or is there a big... It's probably better to copy Crowd Control Warden, actually. Yeah. Let's crack this clue and get a Goblin. This is assuming that we draw land, of course. They should crack their clue now. Yep. Heads up from the opponent. All right, let's draw a land here. Let's draw a land. All right, drew a land. I could also do Makeshift Binding. I mean, there's a lot. There's just so much I can do here. Okay, hold on. I mean, certainly making a bunch of Crowd Control Wardens seems very, very good. And then I can make a bunch of Case of the Gateway Express. Maybe that's better? And just kill like 1, 2, 3? Or no, I guess I can only kill 2 things. No, then I can't kill the Crowd Control Warden. Alright. Let's target Crowd Control Warden. And Buried in the Garden. Let's kill your 7/7 and your 5/5, I guess. Actually, is it just a Sharp-Eyed Rookie? I didn't think about what I was going to do here, to be honest. Let's target this. All right. And do we have a decent attack? Not really. I could trade... I mean, if they're going to concede. All right. I didn't think they were going to concede. All right. I felt like 2 7/7s was better than killing like some small creatures. So we made 2 7/7s and got 2 extra pieces of mana and killed 2 big creatures. Still pretty good. My opponent did not concede. Grumble, grumble. I mean, they still have 4 cards in hand. Huh? Makeshift... I mean, their deck is phenomenal. They have so much good removal. Double Makeshift Binding, Case of the Gateway Express. Like, if they kill this one, then it's just like even again. All right. Oh my gosh, do you have Not on My Watch? Oh, Auspicious Arrival on my creature. Okay, sure. And then we'll play Cold Case Cracker. I'm going to tap, just so I can do this individually. I just want to keep up 3 individual red mana open with the Krenko that I have. All right. I like the chases on. I'm glad we're playing 3. Uh-oh. That is certainly a way for them to claw back into the game. If they play like Makeshift Binding number 75. Oh, analyze the pollen? Get a... Wait, they got a forest? Okay. All right, that is solved. I don't want to crack this clue. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. They're probably going to block this. Let's go ahead and crack this clue. See if I can find a way to kill the Inspector. We did not. Let's attack. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. Okay. This is not lethal, so we will just pass. And we are now at the mercy of Case of the Locked Hothouse. They're at 6 life with 6, 7, 8, 10 mana. They have 10 mana available. Okay, here we go. Flourishing Bloomkin. Please be a combat trick. If they come back from this, that would be an incredible comeback. I don't think anybody's ever been... Oh my gosh, they hit 2 2-drops off the top. What? Land? What? This is at least... I mean... Okay. So that they blocked 3 creatures. They're still 3, 7, 8, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Okay. They have 1 green up. Oh, there we go. That'll do. That got kind of scary. Boom. Wow. Their deck was really good. They had a really... Like, the thing is, Case of the Locked Hothouse is really good with enchantment removal, too. They had very few spells. But our deck is also great because Doppelgang is great. That's why you don't pass Doppelgang. You just take it and you figure it out. If you're green or you're blue, you just take it and you figure it out. Okay. Up 2-0. Got rank 3 back. We have a 2-drop. No Doppelgang in hand. We keep drawing the 1-off forest. So we're setting up. Setting up here. Turn 2 Gravestone Strider. Turn 3 Offender at Large. I do need to up my basic land game. I haven't even tried. What land should I choose? Viewers, what land should I choose? I mean, this is all over the place, right? This is a disaster. All right, blue-black. Turn 2 Smuggler. Colded by the turn 2 Gravestone Strider. Ooh, Krenko. I like Krenko. Wait, I just realized I can make a 2-2 haster? That's not good. Here's my question. Like, do I want to trade Krenko for both of these cards? Yeah. Apparently my opponent did not want like that trade. Not that many ways to kill it with this mana. Slice from the Shadows, I guess? Oh, that gets it done. Yes. The splashed blood splatter analysis off Gravestone Strider will in fact get it done. All right, cold case cracker for us. Worst case scenario, if it looks like they might get something awesome back here with the analysis. No, bouncing it is terrible. What am I saying? I was like, I can bounce it. All right, so they're drafting Grixis Control, which might not be the best matchup for us, to be honest. We'll see. But I mean, we do have the ultimate Mirror Breaker or Control Breaker in the Doppelgang. Oh, actually, I don't know if I was supposed to do that. It's okay. The thing is, I'll keep up on Unauthorized Exit. I want to play Lamplight Phoenix when I can collect evidence, right? That's kind of the thing. But I mean, if they're not blocking, we're just trading damage, and I'm currently ahead on the race, so it's not that bad. Face down card. If they play a face down card, I probably don't want to do anything with the Offender at Large because they still have up 2 mana. So they're representing Unauthorized Exit, which is not good for us. I mean, I guess I play it now. I just don't have anything else to play. Now the question is, you know, I'm going to actually keep up Unauthorized Exit. I'm going to get a little tricky here. All right, it's an Exit Specialist, sure. Although there's like nothing worth bouncing, that's the problem. Soul Enervation. Oh no, what am I saying? I just bounced the Granite Witness, obviously. What am I, like, my brain is just not working right now. Obviously just bounced the 3/2 flyer. Yep. So I wanted to keep this up so that if they kill my Lamplight Phoenix, I can still surveil. I don't want Red Herring. So let's get some extra food here for the Lamplight Phoenix. Collect evidence 4. Boom. It's back. This is on 2. They don't have any creatures just yet. Oh, that was a huge swing. That was a huge swing. Do I want to attack with this face down card? I don't think so. Let's just attack in the air. Now the question is, do I want to play the Cold Case Cracker or face down the Granite Witness and tap something next turn? I think it's just a Cracker. Next turn, what they're going to do is face down the Granite Witness and tap down one of my flyers. Probably the... I don't know which one, honestly. But tap one of my flyers, and then they'll have a blocker, and then I can use chases on. Alternatively, actually, what might be better is if that's going to be their line, where they face down a thing and tap my stuff down, I can tap their creature down and still attack with my other flyer. I also have the chases on available, so a lot of good options, but I do think I like this line here. And just getting in for the guaranteed damage. Okay, so they're going to tap that, and I think... All right. So they're at 5. We have lethal attackers in the air, plus we have chases on available. So even if they deal with one of my flyers, chases on will still kill them. Right? Chases on will still get them here. So, I mean, they only have 2 mana available here. So if they use a removal spell, we still use chases on for lethal, or we can even flip up Offender at Large. A lot of different options. I guess, I mean, is there a way for them to gain life? Toxin analysis, I guess. Maybe I should have blocked? I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, that's also a thing I can do. Yeah, they're super dead. They probably had like 1 removal spell. Oh, sure. Gravestone Strider plus that lets you gain 2 life. I mean, they were still dead to chases on. All right. Good start here so far. Look at this. We can win a fair game of Magic. All right? A fair game of Magic. That unauthorized exit was nice. Our tricks, the unauthorized exit, I know we only have 1, but the triple chases on, they've both been pretty nice. So 3-0 so far with our blue-red deck. Doppelgang 2, normal win 1. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it happened. Look at this. We are playing against the end game boss. We are playing against the end game boss. This is such a big win. I'm kind of nervous. We have a good hand. Playing against the legendary rank. Apparently, Ekin is rank 1 in literally every ladder season. So this should be good times. This should definitely be good times. All right. I mean, I feel like I just want to play a 2 here. All right, they killed our creature. They were on the play. Ooh, don't want to play that yet. Like I said before, I want to wait till I can collect evidence. So I'm going to just play a face-down creature instead. It's just a matter of which one I want to play. Let's play the Granite Witness. The reason being is with the Granite Witness, I can play kind of offense and defense at the same time. I can attack for 3 in the air while also galvanizing, which is pretty nice. Oh my. Okay. All right. Well, that's a satchel. So that definitely changes the equation. Definitely changes the equation. How do I want to go about things here? So I want to do this trade so that I can just play my Phoenix, basically. Like, that's why I did the trade. So that I just have a big flyer in play still. A lot of other options didn't seem great. I want to keep up the Galvanize. I just feel like this is going to be able to kill, like, you know, a big 3/3 flyer or something along those lines. And there's not that many exile removal spells. The only thing I can think of is Dramatic Accusation. Wow, did they have double galvanize? That would be something else. It sure seems that way. Oh my gosh. They had triple galvanize? What the heck? I was even playing around. I was playing around all the removal. Oh my gosh. I could have played the Offender at Large as just a 5/4. I think this is still pretty good. I can do this next turn if I really want. We'll see what they do. They have a Furtive Courier. It's not a bad creature to kill. Let's attack. Let's galvanize this, and then let's play the Offender at Large face down. Yeah, the Satchel is pretty hard to fight as the games go along. Projector Inspector, also very nice. See, it's not just me going, is it? All right, it's the ranked #1 player. Is it's really open right now, okay? Everybody drafting green and white. So is it is very open right now. You're rank 1, man. Just let me catch up. Why are you still playing? Go draft War of the Spark. It would be really nice if we hit rank 2 off of this. Although I don't actually think we're winning this game. I think it's all up in the air right now. So it's actually interesting. Probably not. It's probably not red herring, to be honest. There's just a really good chance they can just play something fairly big face up here. Out cold would be a phenomenal draw from us to try to close out the game. But, you know, this Offender at Large can potentially get in for a lot of damage or mess up combat in some way where I make like an Alpha Strike, which is just attacking with everything and trying to figure things out. Interesting. Okay, so this tells me that they're probably going to out cold us. But I'm certainly going to take this. It could also be Lost in the Maze. Or it could be the Sweeper. Could be a lot of things. Okay. Wow. That was a really good draw, too. They could still have unauthorized exit. So we do have to be careful. So I actually think the card that plays around unauthorized exit the best is just casting red herring and just smacking with everything. We don't have a lethal attack no matter how you slice it here. Unless they don't block at all. But then what can their face down card be, right? If it's like Riftburst Hellion, that's 11 damage. Why are they fetching? Oh, just to get a little more time, I guess. Gadget Technician, sure. All right, so they have 1 red mana available. I kind of want to use the chases on here, not only to mostly to use all my mana, but I also just don't want to die to some nonsense. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, no, actually, chases on is a lethal attack, but given that they blocked here now, we want to use chases on, put them down to 6. All right. So they're at 6. We have a really, really big attack here with Offender at Large to flip up. They made a very aggressive attack, though, so I don't know what they have. Lost in the Maze would still be very good, but now they don't have a 2-turn lethal attack because we killed all their blockers. So, like I said, if they pass, that's kind of what they can have. We're at 12, they're at 6. They got two cards in hand. We have a clue here. We have Fairy Snoop, Offender at Large, a lot of different options. Offender at Large is likely going to be the best thing for us to do. But given that we're ahead on life total, we might not even necessarily need to flip it. So it kind of makes them flinch first. Look at this. All right, so they like tap these two, block this, and they live without cold. Oh, they can make a Thopter too. Yeah. I love this. Like, most players in this spot, right, just pass, right? They're like, oh my gosh, there's too many creatures on the other side, I'm at 6. But Ekin is playing to his outs, right? Ekin is getting in the maximum amount of damage to try to be able to outrace me. And that's what he's doing here. Because this is an out cold, most likely. We'll see. And if you out cold, you can basically shut down 4 attackers, which is really, really good in this spot. Would love to draw an out cold of my own. Just throwing that out there, Arena. Put me on the whitelist. Just out cold here, just right here, right now. Well, cornered crook. Oh, interesting. You can kill my cracker. Never mind. I mean, that's also insane. Which one was that? Oh, that was the Offender at Large. Okay. Wow, good call on that one too. Man, why is he so good? It's not fair. All right, so we're at 8 life. We got to be careful now. The red herring gets eaten by the cornered crook. I really want to play this other Cold Case Cracker. Do I let the red herring die and just play Cold Case Cracker? Or do I just crack it and just see what I draw? I think I just crack it. Would like to draw land here. Oh, Chases On is very good. Huh. They have 1 card in hand. Definitely attacking with this. And attacking with this. They might take this one, actually. They have 1 card in hand. I could have held this one back, but I wanted to be aggressive. I have the Chases On here to block the cornered crook. So if their last card is an interactive spell, then we lose. Cornered crook is so big. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked with this one. Okay, they're attacking. I know we pretty clearly represented the Chases On here. Oh, it looks like they have a removal spell or a bounce spell, maybe. Yeah, maybe I should have kept the face down creature back. I don't know. Just, they were so low. The thing is, it wasn't even a lethal attack if they don't block, right? So just like, I can't even kill them. Oh, never mind. We were not beating Lost in the Maze. Yeah. Okay. Well, our opponent had a great blue-red deck, and Lost in the Maze definitely got it done. Gosh. Look, if our only loss in this climb is going to be to Ekin, it's okay. We'll just beat everybody else, right? While he gets horribly mana screwed against everybody else, and then that's how we're going to get close. That's the plan. All right, all right. Let's shake off that loss to the ranked #1 player. I'm glad, I'm glad that I at least got to play him once. I don't know who this person is, but everybody's like, watch out for Ekin. Always rank 1, so. All right, turn 2 Market Watch Phantom. Please don't play a Private Eye. Okay, face down card. Turn 2 Market Watch Phantom on the play is always a tough thing. A tough thing to deal with. Oh, wow. Wait, what? Oh, it's a white-black deck. Okay. I don't think I'm going to mess around with an attack here. I'm just going to play Cold Case Cracker. Next turn, I can play the Thoroughfare and tap down to Gravestone Strider. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, at least they can't attack me. Maybe it's Projector Inspector. Let me think. And keep up Exit Specialist. Well, we can play Projector Inspector first and just see what we draw. I guess we do have the Gravestone Strider. It's unlikely to be a creature that dies. Famous last words. We're just going to get drained out. Oh, man. All right. We're going to need to be able... We're going to be able to do some attacking of our own at some point. Okay, well, this is exactly the type of flinching that we were hoping for. But on the job is going to get us pretty good. So let's think about this. Maybe here. And here. I guess that's fine. I can flip over a Wisp-Drinker Vampire just to minimize the damage I take. And loot. That's okay. I'm just trying to keep my life total pretty reasonable here. I feel like they still probably have on the job. I don't know that we're going to beat these Wisp-Drinker Vampires, to be honest, but... They didn't fall for it. Darn. Is this an out cold turn? Could be. Let's just play a Cold Case Cracker. Yep. At least it trades. They gain 1 billion life, though. Yeah, now we're going to have to outcold. Maybe? I guess I can play a Fairy Snoop. That's not great, though. No, this is definitely an outcold turn. Yeah, that is definitely the one problem with our deck. We just have no hard removal, and double Wisp Drinker is just going to get us. Unless they have no other creatures. That's kind of our hope. It's not the best plan. Oh, they didn't have a creature. Okay. Do we need to get some Doppelgang action going? I don't know. Ooh, unauthorized exit is a thing. Okay, we can also flip over Fairy Snoop on the defensive and cast Chases on. So let's attack with these. Okay. Do I do it now just to hit a land drop? No, let's just pass. Wow, they are super flooded. All right, let's flip it up. Let's put that into our hand. Because I think they're going to activate Wisp Drinker. Ah, interesting. Let's bounce it. Wait, that seems terrible. You don't want to replay your Wisp Drinker? Okay. Wow. Pyrotechnic Performer can technically have this be a lot of damage. But I also am interested in trying to cast this Doppelgang for a lot. So that's probably better to crack a clue. Really wanted to hit a land there. Yep. I wonder if they're going to play around Chases on. Activate. Okay. Chases on. All right. All right. Ooh, we even naturally drew the forest. Okay, we are still in it here. Still in it. We're at 4 life. Play this face down. We still have the Chases on play available to us. No! I think they still die. All right. Wait, they're not taking the Doppelgang? Okay. They're just going to die if they tap all their mana. All right, we're good. We're good, folks. We're good. Eight, 3. I mean, this is just a lethal attack. Holy cow. They had to go get super flooded for us to have a chance. I just did not think we were going to beat those Wisp Drinkers. But we got it done. That Pyrotechnic Performer was going to deal 8 damage. I was going to flip it over. I flipped it over, and then I was going to flip over the Offender at Large. How does that work? If I can stack the triggers, right? So if I flip over Offender at Large, and then target the Offender at Large, I think that's 7 damage? I've never had that interaction before. All right, Kirill. We are 4-1 now with our Is It Doppelgang deck. Hey, drew Doppelgang again. Drew Doppelgang again. No 3-drop here, but we do have Galvanize here for turn 2. Sanitation Automaton. I might want to Galvanize that, honestly. If I don't have a play here, I think I'm just going to. Yeah. And this is mostly just like we know what our game plan is. We don't have any good follow-ups. We just want to preserve our life total. It's best time to the thing is, if we didn't kill the automaton, we would have taken 2. Then we would have taken another 2. You know what I mean? We would have just been so low. Like, we're still behind here, but at the very least, we're not taking the damage from the automaton, and now we have this cold case cracker. If they kill this, then it's problematic. If they bite down on crime here, it's like so hard to beat. So hard to beat. Could Doppelgang for 1 in a bind. Definitely not blocking there. Still playing the Steam Core Scholar, probably. Sample Collector. And they are able to collect samples. We have the chases on to throw away, if we need. Or we can pitch 2 lands. No, I'll pitch chase. Yeah, I'll pitch chases on. The 2 for 1 is just too hard to give up on, just based on the our mana situation. I want to be able to cast the Doppelgang for 2, so pitching 2 lands just puts us further away from that. We might have to do a very, very poor double block here. Again, one of those, we're on the back foot. If you got something, you got something type situations. Block there. Double blocking seems much, much worse. So let's just do that. They might just let this happen, honestly. But if they have Fanatical Strength, I mean, they have Fanatical Strength. Okay, so we took a gazillion damage there. Crack a clue. Okay, no more lands. No more lands would be ideal. I'm going to play this because it trades with the Bubble Smuggler and can eat the Sample Collector potentially. We're at 5 life though, and they have 3 cards in hand. Definitely still not a good place to be. Would really love to find another threat next turn. Yeah, hard-hitting questions, that's probably game. Oh, double interact? Okay. Oh, bite down on crime? Okay. Oh, nope. No, they just get to pump this. Yeah. Yeah, no, this was just like... We had the hand with the Galvanize, but not having the 3-drop was really big. And they just had a nice, like... This is just a classic on-the-play curve you out beatdown with kind of like... They had the interaction, and that was that. We're down to 1. Yeah, if they like whiffed on that 1 turn, that would have been all we needed, probably, because we drew the Skull Case Cracker. But now that we're at 1... We are dead. Oh well. Could have kept chases on, but I don't even know that I would have had an opportunity to cast the chases on. I guess I could have played a face down offender at large or something like that. But okay, 4-2. 4-2. Lost to Ekin and a very good curvy blue-green tempo start. Hopefully we can do better than 4 wins. I want to pick up at least 5, right? We kind of we're kind of doing mediocre right now. We had a 4-3 and a 3-3. We had a trophy before that, but let's pick up win number 5, and it all starts here. This is a good hand if we can find land number 3, Island, Mountain, Strider, Performer, Scholar. So 1 land, the Scholar will allow us to... Oh, good. We drew the land. So very, very happy about that. I am curious. I mean, on the draw, a lot of this also depends on what they play, but just... Like, do you just play turn 2 Performer, or do you play the Strider? The Performer just beats down. Yeah, let's just play the 3-2. I don't think I should care too much about being able to deal 3 extra points of damage. No land? Oh, okay. I'm also always interested in keeping the board as clear as possible in general. Let's go ahead and play Steam Core Scholar. Probably discarding this Granite Witness, but obviously we don't know what we're going to draw. Oh, we can discard Chases on. Actually, I think I value the trick a little bit more. We have creatures to play. Although with Pyrotechnic Performer, I mean, it could do a lot of damage, but... Like, we got in for 3 here. I don't know what this face-down card is. Maybe it's like a Nervous Gardener and they don't want to trade, right? But great start. Turn 2 Tipster, face-down card for them. So this can definitely go either direction. Don't really want to play Exit Specialist face up. So next turn, I can't use up all my mana next turn. This could be an Undercover Crocodile for something. A Killer Among Us. Oh, that's really good. All right. So Exit Specialist will be reserved for that. We can Doppelgang that. If we feel like we're too behind on board, definitely something we can do. I don't think I'm going to want to, though. I could have kept up like Chases on. I just felt like that wasn't great, though. I think my plan here next turn is just to pass because I have the bounce as an option, which I want to do on the 4/4 Killer Among Us card. But definitely one of those who's going to blink first type of situations. But I do have both bounce and Chases on available. Great start, though. Turn 2 Tunnel Tipster, turn 3 face down card, turn 5 Killer Among Us on the play. What are you? Whatever you are, I can't really block. I'll block next turn and make you flinch. The thing is, we can do a pretty good amount of damage here because we have the Pyrotechnic Performer in play, which would have been another reason to keep Granite Witness. I feel like the Chases on can be valuable here. This could be a Crocodile. We'll see. I think they were considering flipping this over. There was a little bit of a pause there. Branch of Vitu-Ghazi. Another face-down creature here, most likely. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we're just passing here. And then the next turn we'll play like Gravestone Strider or post-combat Red Herring to block sack, something along those lines. I don't know which one was the first face-down card. Oh well. The thing is, they have to be super concerned here, right? So, but the nice thing about it for us is that no matter what, we at least have one play, right? Which is bouncing this. But with mana up, it makes it much more difficult for them to make good attacks because now they have to consider the tricks that I can have. Unauthorized Exit, Chases on, Galvanize, all kinds of different things from my side. So they could be playing it super conservatively and just pass and not attack, but that's not too bad for us, right? Because we're still getting in with the Steam Core Scholar and we're still able to bounce this 4/4. The free, quote-unquote, freest attack that they have is attacking with that 4/4. Yep. Figured that that's what they were going to do. Oh. Okay, never mind. We are getting aggro. I basically, the only creature I really want to keep in play is the Scholar, because it just keeps attacking in the air. So we'll put the Tipster here, this here. I mean, the thing is, they can only flip over one of these cards, though, right? What if I just block like this? Sure. Yeah, maybe I just want to keep the board as clear. Don't cast Eliminate. That would just be so freaking rude. Wow. So, yeah, I mean, that was just the most absurd blowout in the history of blowouts. The thing is, if they have 2 combat tricks, like, to beat our 2 combat tricks, it is what it is. That's the way I'm going to look at this here. It's like, it is what it is. I'm still trying to minimize the damage that I take. Oh, come on. Really? That one was the land? Not, you know, this being some random thing? Ugh. Gross! Very, very gross. And they get to crack their clue. All right. Do I want to attack with the red herring or keep it back? I think I want to block sack with the red herring. Let's attack in the air. Let's play red herring. Let's play Gravestone Strider. And we'll pass. The thing is, I'm not going to Doppelgang next turn anyway, so it's still okay for me to play the Public Thoroughfare next turn. And then we can even potentially double block the Tipster or something, depending on how they attack. Like, if they attack with the Tipster, I can block with Red Herring and Gravestone Strider, and it's not, like, a huge loss. I feel like one of these creatures is something big. Or I feel like this card's maybe something big. Holy cow, our opponent is the Tankerator. This, make a play, please. It's, Alright, attacking with the face-down card. Well, this was our play all along. If they want this trade to happen, I'm happy with that. If they flip over the Crocodile, which it felt like, we can certainly crack the red herring. Alright, drew land number 8 for Doppelgang, which is very good. Let's go ahead and play Public Thoroughfare, tap our clue, attack with 2 in the air. And we do have Chases on available, and I think I'm going to use it here. Hopefully we just don't die this turn. They actually didn't collect evidence, so that tells me they likely have another... Maybe they have another evidence collecting card, or I guess they could just wait. But if I kill this, like, you kind of want the clue. But we'll see what they do. What do I copy? What do I copy? That's the real question, right? Definitely a Crocodile if it lives. I feel like something's going to die this turn, though. Oh, it's a bite down on crime? Sure. Okay. All right, so in which case, the Crocodile is going to hit me. I have a good amount of cards in my graveyard. It could be the Evidence Examiner, but I want to copy something big, right? We're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're getting really low. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, we're down to 1. They have lots of clues. You know, this is actually one of the rare instances where I don't actually think Doppelgang is going to necessarily win us this game. Because if they find any removal spell, we die. All right, 2. Copy you, copy you. All right, let's make lots of clues. And if they find something, we're dead. So we might actually lose after casting a Doppelgang. But at least we got to cast Doppelgang, right? All right. Literally anything kills us. Literally anything. Yeah, it's a fight spell. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, they had some really good turns, for sure. The Eliminate the Impossible was really, really great for them. So we almost came back. Ah, that feels so bad. So close. I don't think there was too much we could have done there. I mean, every turn, I feel like we took the most conservative line possible. That Eliminate was good. I generally don't play around Eliminate. I try to play around all the other combat tricks. And sadly, this is a very disappointing, I'm not going to lie. This one is a pretty disappointing 4-3. I thought our deck was quite solid. We had several good rares. Doppelgang was great. We were able to survive. But we were still kind of on the back foot in some of those instances. You know, it just, sometimes you lose. Sometimes you lose. Could have used the out cold there to survive, I guess. But I thought this deck was very good. Not like busted or anything, but just great curve. Plenty of things to do turn 2 and turn 3 with an awesome late game in the Phoenix, the Krenko, and the Doppelgang. With some tricks. A little bit light on removal, though. A little bit light on removal. But unfortunately, we fell a little bit short in another 4-3. Another 4-3. So that means we're still rank 3, but rank 3 is still pretty good. And that doesn't mean I'm going to quit, right? It's all about the journey. I took this Doppelgang, and Doppelgang was great. We didn't lose because of Doppelgang. We lost because of other factors. I'll maybe draft a better deck tomorrow. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like or subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you wanted to support the content, I did launch my Patreon channel. So the link is in the description below. Shout out to all the current patrons. I really do appreciate all your support. I created a brand new Discord channel, and a lot of the patrons have joined, and it's kind of popping off. I really, really like the activity there, so really love to see that, and just want to build that community. So thanks again, and I'll see you tomorrow.